All right, this is John Schulman, head basketball coach at the University of Alabama in Huntsville. You're listening to the iBall podcast on iBallradio.com.
We're brothers, we're happy and we're singing and we're colored. Give me a high five.
What up, and welcome to another episode of the iBall podcast. I'm your host, Derek Williams, also known as D-Will, the coach, and I'm here with my co-host, my big brother, Brian Williams, a.k.a. Coach Chill Will. What up, Chill? Sorry.
What's good, everybody? Good?
Yes, sir. Another day, another dollar inside the iBall Radio Studios. That's on me, y'all. That was on me. I forgot to turn his mic on.
Hey, it's all good. You are a professional.
You are a professional, so it's on me to turn the mic on. But yeah, man, we are back, man. We are back with the number one podcast here in the state of Alabama for all things high school and college basketball. And we got a good one for y'all, boy. We got a good one for y'all. And listen, I'm going to tell you like this, Chill Will. Right? I'm going to tell you like this. We don't got a lot of bashing of trainers to do in this episode.
No.
Can you believe that we're actually going to leave? I'm lying. I'm lying because listen, I'm going to weave these baskets together to where it always comes back to y'all. That's what I'm going to do. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is for this time of the year when, you know what I'm saying, we're building content and a lot of guys are in the gym with a lot of people, but that's not the topic of our conversation.
No, it's not. But, man, y'all think y'all run the gym.
They think they run the gym,
man,
B.
players, you know what? You know why we so much better, I think? I think kids are talented and skilled, but I think the game was more pure and creative because we learn from everybody.
Right.
Now these trainers are in the gym like, you got to learn my way or no way.
Hey, you know the one word that I hate so much, Chill? Client.
Man.
Client. Stop calling these kids clients.
Man.
Right? They're not your client.
Man.
Right? So, yeah, man, listen. These kids are not exclusive to you.
Right.
You were garbage playing.
That's the thing.
You were garbage. So now you're here teaching this kid these garbage ways that you had. You need to let them get another ear. Hey, listen, I mean to cut you off. I know you want to go.
No,
but that's what we did with Greedy.
Yeah.
We allowed Greedy to work out with a bunch of different people.
Everybody.
Right? The game came from us. We instilled it on a daily basis, but we allowed him to hear a different voice, to get a different aspect. We didn't want him to play like me. Yeah. We didn't want him to play like Brian.
No.
But if you look at him, he got my crossover. He got Brian ability. Duh, he came from us. Right? So the thing about it is we allowed him to go other places to do other things.
Man, you got to let him, man. That's how the game is done. Man, you know how many coaches we had coming up? We had brothers. We went to the park. But now, man, like the game is, these guys are, like you say, man, the biggest part that I don't like, it's a bunch of people out here teaching basketball as trainers, and you've gotten your delivery together to sell package, but you were trash. You still trash.
To this day. You're still trash. But you're out here giving these other guys a bunch of trash, man.
It's all good.
It's all good, man.
Yeah.
But, hey, man, like I say, that's not the topic of our conversation today, man. So we got something great to talk to y'all about. And it's going to be a conversation that we know it's going to take some interaction because we know we're going to have varying opinions when it comes to this topic. Right? Because it's a lot of different how can I say? It's a lot of different opinions about how guys and kids should go about doing this, right? And now that we've seen some guys be successful in certain ways, now we're seeing, oh, they did this and they did that. You should do this. You should do that. You know how that kind of how it rubs off. When somebody has some success, it always turns into, oh, well, everybody needs to do that, right? Steph Curry shoots from half court. Well, everybody needs to shoot from half court now, right? That's what gets you to the next level of shooting from half court. Yeah. So that's kind of where we are with this, man. And you know where I stand. I know where you stand. But I think we're going to have some different opinions as we continue throughout this conversation.
I think we are too, man. But we have to remember this as we're having this conversation. We are in the era of copycat culture.
The copycat culture.
All that we're talking about, hey, we're still pulling from our own knowledge,
right?
And how we look at things,
right?
But as a whole, we got to understand we are living in a copycat era.
Dog, and that's so weird to me because we from the old school, we call it biting.
Yeah, you biting.
You biting. I remember you said that to me the other day. I died laughing. Right? Like it was not cool to bite.
Period, man.
Like if somebody had on those shoes, you couldn't go get that pair of shoes.
Not exactly in Rock'em.
No, not in Be Fresh.
No.
You couldn't do it.
No.
Right? Like if somebody had bumped out the Averex jacket, you couldn't go get the same or the same starter coat.
Right.
You couldn't do it.
Are you a rapper?
Or you
And you had a certain style.
a sound.
A certain sound. You could not come out and sound exactly like me.
No.
And get play.
And get play?
Today?
What? Bro, all right.
Today?
Squirrel. Real quick. Have you seen the chick on TikTok, Pinky Doll?
No.
They call her AI. Like she's doing thank you.
The black girl.
Yeah, with the popcorn. She popping the popcorn in the flat iron. And she's like, yeah, she got like the crazy.
I'm saying that she had like the different things jumping on her face.
Yeah, that's her. She's
she
like, thank you for the ice cream.
Huh?
Crazy.
Yeah.
Bro, ever since then, it's 1 million people doing exactly that.
Exactly. Dog, can you blame them? I know you can, but
see, that's there it is. I told you we're going to be changing a little bit, right? But you can't blame them, but damn.
Yeah.
You're doing I ain't changing it at all.
Right.
I'm going to do the exact. Thank you for the ice cream.
Yeah.
Like seriously.
Yeah.
And it's people out there doing it, and they're calling it a lane.
They're gonna give them followers. They're gonna become something.
Biting.
That's the culture we in. So when we start talking about the sports and all of the reports that are about to start coming out,
right,
things that are happening,
right.
Yeah, it's gonna be a conversation.
It's gonna be a conversation, man. So yeah, man. Real quick, this is what we jumping into today. And I don't even. I want to have the conversation. We don't on this platform. We don't shy away from nothing, right? We bring everything to the forefront. But I'm here to say this one's gonna be tough.
Yeah.
Cause I don't know what I want to do with it. Right? I don't know what I want to do with it. So here's what we're talking about, y'all. Focus sports.
Focus sports.
Should you or should you not focus on a singular sport? And before you answer that, part 2 of this conversation is, if you do play multiple sports, is there a cutoff time that you need to be focused on to focus on your focused sport?
That's a tough one. That's a tough one.
Hey, he said it twice, y'all. He said it twice.
Because I know where we look at it from.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
But, and the game has changed to doing what it is you do year round.
Right.
Because the training has become such a thing, and 707 is big.
All of that.
And AAU and camps.
Right.
So each sport has drowned out really giving an athlete an opportunity to do something else.
Right.
But there are instances where I think if a player is really high level
in both or multiple,
do it. Do it.
Do what?
Do it until you can't do it anymore.
See, that's why I said it's the second half of this question.
Yeah.
Is there a cutoff time?
But if there's a player that's on the cusp of being high level at either, and he has to decide if I'm going to spend that extra time trying to get to my top of my game in this or that, you got to choose. You got to choose.
Hold on now. Okay, y'all. We only got one face. And right now, he talking out of both sides of it. Right?
Hey,
and that's why I say this is going to be a tough conversation to have, because, and that's why I say I know where we stand. However, I think as we continue through the conversation, we're going to start to say, right? But then we always going to revert back to, man, you got to focus.
What it is you want to do.
Right.
Where is it that you see yourself going? And listen, this is going to be an unfair assessment, but it's a fair assessment.
Okay.
You can not play if you have a base in football and can play, and you decide 10th grade I'm not going to play, and I go to college. I don't play for 3 years of high school. Then I go to college for 4 years, and I'm a 6'6", 6'7", 6'8" guy. I can go play football.
See,
but I can't go play basketball.
See, I wasn't even ready to go there yet.
Yeah, I know you're right. Yeah, I'm jumping around, but I'm just saying.
Yeah. Now, that's a fact.
You can walk away from the game of football and go play the game of football at a high level, at the highest level.
After not playing for 5 years.
There is no way in the world you can walk away from basketball and talk about going to play it at the highest level.
Nope. No. You're not going to tell me I played basketball in high school. I went and played 4 years of college football at Alabama, just say. Right? Say a Spooty Kite. And when it goes and plays 4 years, he's not coming out of Alabama in 4 years and saying I'm going to play going to the NBA. It's not going to happen.
No.
But Spooty Kite could have went and played 4 years at Alabama and went and played cornerback in the NFL.
He could have did that.
It's very possible.
I mean, you got all pro receivers in the league.
I got examples.
Yeah, exactly.
It's Hall of Fame examples.
Right.
The Tony Gonzalez, the Antonio Gates. Like, those are Hall of Fame examples. Right? Show me one. Give me one. And I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
No, tell me too.
That's why I say comment. Let us know. I could be wrong, but I don't know of one example where a guy went and played college football and then came out of there and went to the NBA.
Or Europe.
When it made money playing basketball. Yeah. I'm not talking about T.O. getting a dunk in a celebrity game.
Nah.
I'm talking about a real football player that went and played real basketball afterwards.
Right.
It's not going to happen.
Right.
So listen. So let's rewind this back to the beginning, because that's the end. That's the end result.
Okay.
Right. That's what you turn into. Let's talk back to the beginning, to where, when do you choose that, or do you have to choose that? Because we gave him the answer kind of just then about how one sport leads to the other. But here's the difference. Here's the other part I want to do to that. If I got a kid, right, and he's playing football and basketball, right, and he's better at one than the other, okay, if I say to him, we're going to focus on just that, does that hurt their development? I'm talking about at an early age. Does that hurt their development on either side? Because you are one person that has always said, bro, that football give you toughness.
Man,
like, you learn, you ain't scared of contact when you play football.
I think all the kids need to play it young.
I agree. I think you need to.
Yeah, man.
Because it gives you that level of toughness, and we talked about toughness last week.
Yeah.
It gives you a level of toughness, and not even to the point where it's more so about contact.
Yeah.
Right? You could tell a football player when he comes on the basketball court, he ain't scared to touch nobody.
Right.
Right? He is not shying away from any contact at all. You'll see a basketball player who don't play football, he be finesse as hell.
Yeah.
And
that's not a bad thing. We're not saying that like it's a bad thing, but there is a difference.
It's a total difference.
There's a difference.
Right? And I'm with playing both early.
Okay.
I'm with playing both all the way up until the 10th grade.
10th grade, okay.
I think 10th grade, this is just my opinion, y'all.
Okay.
I think 10th grade is a safe cutoff date. Safe cutoff date.
Why do you say that?
Because I think if you do it before, you might be missing out on what the true calling is, right? You don't start getting recruited in either sport, really. Well, you can't even get talked to until after your 10th grade year.
Okay.
Right? On either side. They can't even talk to you. So I don't care how much offers or interest that you got prior to that. They ain't really checking for you until that point.
So what determines that the engagement that you're getting from colleges to decide which one I need to do or not do?
I can't say that. And we're strictly talking about state of Alabama here.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking you.
Right.
I'm asking you that question. You said 10th grade is safe.
Yeah, I think it's safe.
All right. They're recruiting. So the reason you say it is safe is because of the recruiting aspect.
Well, not totally. It's a part of it.
Okay.
Right?
So that's what I'm saying. So if I want to go to the next level, and my recruitment in football is a lot higher.
See, that's what I'm going with. Here in the state of Alabama, it's a little different because you're going to get recruited in football earlier. They're going to recruit you in football first, right? They're going to make the contact. You're going to get the love. You're going to be able to put out the bless the receives. You're going to get to keep going, bro, comments, all the likes, all of that stuff, right? You're going to get that from football. And we see a lot of our guys, Cam Dooley, that are leaning, TJ Coleman, that are going football because the love came early. Right? They weren't able, Antonio Kite, Spooty, right? And he had the love from basketball, but not at the level that he had from football.
Yeah, they let Nick Saban come in and just
swoop in.
And he only played 1 year of football, maybe?
Two.
Yeah.
Nick came in after his first year playing football.
What did he do Saturday?
He got in.
Okay.
He got in. Yeah, he got some tick.
Okay.
Got some tick, right? Still not starting, but he got tick.
You're right.
You feel me? But Arnold on one side and Kool-Aid on the other, he ain't gonna get much tick.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's coming though. This is just his second year. So you're gonna get that love earlier on the gridiron. That's why we lose a lot of our guys. So, with that being said, two-sport athlete. We've had, listen, y'all can go back into the archives. We've had a conversation similar to this before where we talked about is being a two-sport athlete bad for recruiting, right? We talked about how does that hurt or help your recruiting if you got out that I'm a two-sport athlete, right? It's kind of different from the conversation we're having today of when is it a good cutoff for you to stop playing one and focus on the other, because if you're a hooper, we understand the level of focus is going to take in order for you to make it. In order for you to make it in basketball, it's going to take a serious level of commitment.
Man, it's different because recruiting has changed now.
Facts.
So you can walk up on the campus and put the uniform on and take the picture and drop it on your page.
Lord, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Hey, you can put the uniform on, drop it on your page, and receive all the love like you're talking about. Keep going, bro. This is only the beginning, bro. Let's roll. And you start feeding into that.
Yep.
But I advise everybody continue to tap in with the iBall podcast.
You better.
And go back and listen to our last Coach's Corner.
Oh, well, we ain't even dropped it yet.
Oh.
We just dropped it out. Hey, listen, we got one coming for y'all this week.
Listen, what did that coach say about the offers that do come early?
Ooh.
That doesn't automatically mean.
Ooh, don't tell him that.
Okay.
He said that, though.
Yeah.
That don't mean nothing.
That don't mean nothing.
Don't mean early.
So
don't
if
mean
you
nothing.
are a guy and you decide because you're getting it, hey, man, is it really what it is?
Is it real? So now, oh my God, I see what you're saying now. I feel you, Chill. What you're saying is those offers can fool you.
Yes.
You will start focusing on just that because that's where the love comes from, but even that might not be real.
Man.
Ooh.
So I don't know if and like I said, I know yes, the 10th grade is a good cutoff. But no, because like you said, there was another situation. We might not give the offer early.
Yeah. We're not going to give it early.
You know what I'm saying? That's not really how, but we're just watching the development. We're watching what's going on.
Right.
But then check this out. If you start throwing all of the football stuff out there early, and I'm just talking from the football side as a basketball guy,
right?
You may dull your interest that would come from basketball because it looks like you're headed in a direction.
Dude, all right, I'm going to tell you like this. I've had college coaches call my phone and ask me, is he going to play football? Like, Coach, he play football. I don't think he's going to be a football player, but he plays football. Listen, I said that about Cam Dooley.
Yeah.
I had college coaches calling me about Cam Dooley, and I said that exactly. Coach, you know, who going to have a 6'6", 6'7" quarterback? Right? I know he ain't finna go play quarterback. Now all of a sudden he's signed to go to Missouri to play safety. Right? And I bet that college coach look at me like, Coach D, what's happening? And I'm like, bro, you should have offered him when I told you to. If you offer him at that time, things could be different. But you didn't offer him because of what you just said. A lot of basketball programs aren't looking to offer guys early due to the fact of the transfer portal. Listen, you got 85 scholarships in football. You can offer a guy early. right? You can offer a guy early and pull that, right? You can do that in football. In basketball, you got 13. And you might have 6 returning.
And, man, they want to offer them early, too, because I don't want you to be able to say, I'm coming, because we're not ready for you to commit.
I ain't ready for you. Because we talk about this all the time, and that's non-committable offers.
Yeah. It's a lot of those out there.
It's a lot of non-committables.
Majority of the offers are non-committable.
Yes. You're being offered, but you can't commit.
Right.
Right? You can't go out there and say, I'm coming.
Right.
We don't want you like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We like you, and we want to be first, but we don't like you like that. So that's the other hard part, right? And that's the part that I'm struggling with when I say, and I want y'all to be, I'm good at this. I didn't won awards, right? I said 10th grade is a safe, right? You
did use the word safe.
It's a safe cutoff point, meaning it's not too late and it's not too early to make that decision, right? Because if you're like, man, I'm a hooper and I want to go hoop. That's a safe time to have your entire high school career to focus on what it is that you want to do. But if you have a passion for football, and here's the other part about this, you got to be damn good, right? We just ain't talking about guys who play. Now, if you're a guy, you're all right in basketball and you all right in football, yeah, you need to play both.
We're talking about a Kool-Aid McKinstry.
We're talking about a Kool-Aid McKinstry. We're talking about an Antonio Kite.
But he decided his senior year.
He decided early.
Yeah, his senior year.
Senior year.
That I'm not going to play.
But listen, he had Alabama. Kool-Aid was the #1 cornerback in the country. I'm not talking about that. Right? I'm not talking about Caleb Holt if he was on the football field. LeBron played football in high school, but LeBron knew what he was going to do. Those guys, those are easy decisions. I'm talking about the guy who was fighting for that spot. I'm talking about the guy who is really needing an opportunity, who's going to need help to get that opportunity. However, they're good enough to get the opportunity.
In both.
What do you have to do? Now, I agree. In some cases, and probably the majority of these cases, you can do both all the way up to your senior year. Right? Like you got to get the kid, the Scruggs kid that went to Gonzaga and now he's in the NBA, right? And he was recruited he was a top 5 quarterback in high school, right? And he could have went and played Power 5 Division I football, and he went and played Power 5 Division I basketball. He could have legitimately did both and did all the way up through high school, through his senior year. Those are not the situations I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the surefire guy. The surefire guy, this decision is easy for you, right? This is easy decision. Whatever one is it, that's where you go. Right? If you Kool-Aid and you #1 cornerback, bro, you're going to play football. If you're LeBron and you're the #1 player in the country, you go play basketball. That's an easy decision, right? But I'm talking about the guy who's in the middle. The guy who's listening to this podcast hoping to get an opportunity. Looking for us to help them get an opportunity. I'm talking to the parent that doesn't know the way and is looking for an answer on what they should do. So it's a lot of folds. It ain't just 2 folds, it's a lot of folds. It's a paper plane. Right? I can fold it a bunch of different ways because it's up to you and when I say you, I mean the athlete. I'm talking to the athlete. It's up to you to find it here. Find your passion and just go with that, right? You did that. You could have arguably been a Division I quarterback. Easily been a Division I quarterback.
I think I stopped too early, though.
You did.
I think I stopped too early.
You stopped 9th grade.
9th grade. After the 9th grade season, I didn't play high school at all.
Right. You lost, 2 games in – did you – 1?
No, you mean in –
football.
In football, when?
In junior high. 7th, 8th, 9th grade. How many games you lost?
Maybe 3.
Because y'all lost –
We lost the championship my 8th grade year.
But you won it your 7th grade year.
And won it 9th grade.
But you lost 1 game.
That's what I'm saying. So I probably lost 2 or 3 in football in 3 years.
And you lost 3 in basketball?
Maybe 4.
Maybe 4 in basketball.
No, so like 5 total in both sports in 3 years.
5 total games in both sports in 3 years.
Yeah.
And like people were calling you the best quarterback they had seen
Yeah.
when you were in that age.
But then I go average 40 as a ninth grader.
You went and averaged 45 points as a ninth grader.
Playing basketball.
And never picked up a football again.
And I think I stopped too early. I should have at least played 10th grade just to see.
Just to see.
You know what I'm saying? And then because I was a big-time basketball recruit, I think I would have been a bigger or the same as football recruit.
I completely agree. And it would have put you in a dilemma.
Yeah.
It would have put you in a dilemma because football would have come earlier. Even for you, you were a top 10 player in basketball. Football would have came earlier than basketball.
But that would have made my star shine even brighter.
You think?
Yes, boy.
You think?
Getting all that football love too?
See, but that's the part that confuses people. In that time is different. In today's time, that love from football, you're Cam Dooley.
No, because I probably would have been more Charlie Ward. I was going to play basketball anyway.
But here's the thing. Charlie Ward don't exist no more.
No, you can't. No
you
way.
Can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
So you can't be that anymore. So my point is,
why doesn't that exist anymore, though?
Because of what we're talking about, of how a guy can play basketball and go play football, but he can't go play football and come back and play basketball.
But I also think that each sport wants to suck up all the time.
Of course.
So the Charlie Ward playing at Florida State as a quarterback and a point guard, you're definitely not playing quarterback.
Because listen,
at any school,
I'm here to tell you, Nate Oates 1,000% could use Antonio Spooty Kite right now on the basketball court. He could go out. I don't know what kind of shape he in, where his game is.
Because he didn't even look like the same Kite his senior season.
He did, because he went and won a state championship his 11th grade year.
And he had, woo.
Man, go look at, Filet just dropped his mixtape.
Again. Bruh, because it's sick.
It's sick.
Listen, it makes me wonder, like, why did he choose football? Because, I know you got Alabama.
Why?
But I don't think you should have went to play
I'm going to call Spooty, and we're going to get him on the show.
Yeah, I need to know.
I got to talk to him.
I need to know. I want him to tell us.
He got to tell us, man, because, like I say, that's still one of the coldest hoopers I've seen come.
Coldest.
He's one of the coldest hoopers I've seen. Like, he is a pro.
He had that bounce,
Oh,
boy.
my God. Like, he had stupid bounce.
But he just had the swagger. He had everything.
He could shoot it. He was stupid quick.
Yeah.
He had the handle.
Yeah.
He could pass it. He could play off the ball, on the ball.
Yeah.
Man, that kid was it, man.
I don't know. Football tricked him. I'm going to say football tricked him.
And he's probably still going to go to the NFL.
Yeah, because you only need 1 to 2 good years.
No, you only need 2. You only need 1.
Yeah.
1 good year in football, your first round pick.
So playing behind those guys that he's playing behind right now, getting the coaching that he's coaching.
Come on, man.
When his opportunity comes, because he's a super duper athlete.
Crazy athlete. He's going to be Kool-Aid.
Okay.
Kool-Aid's a top 10 pick in this year's upcoming NFL draft, right? And Spooty is going to be that after 1 year.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So did Spooty make the right decision?
All right, I'm going to say no because NBA checks different from NFL.
Okay.
That's the only reason I say that.
Okay.
Right? Like, and for somebody telling me it's easy to get there from the NFL, you're a lie.
Okay, so tell me this. Whoever convinced him to play the football for the 1 year, did they confuse him?
Yeah, they did. But
did it confuse him?
Yes, because he's now playing football. He didn't play before that.
Yeah, and he should have been a basketball
And
player.
he was a basketball player.
But he got Alabama. He got the top of the food chain.
He got the top of the food chain. And listen, I bet he was only getting Jacksonville State, UAB.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, he probably was going to get the Power 5 look after his senior year if he didn't commit to Alabama before his senior year of basketball. He probably was going to get the Power 5 look, right? Like I say, but we just talked to a Division I mid-major coach that we're going to drop this week on Coach's Corner, and he said that it ain't coming early.
Let me tell you. Let me ask this question then. Is it, when it comes to going to the next level and you have the opportunity and you have Power 5 football and mid-major basketball, should that make your decision on where you go?
No. And I know people going to be like, huh? Man, please. No, I say no, and I'm going to tell you why. Because it's about reverting back to what I said earlier. It's what's in here.
Okay.
It's what's in.
So if you're
going to
make it, you're going to make it. The trick may be different. And listen, we're talking about Spootie's been on Bama's campus how many years now? 3?
This is he's a sophomore.
Okay, but he's
a sophomore.
Okay, so this is just his second season?
Yeah, he's a 2022 kid.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, and he's getting some run this year.
Yep.
And then next year is supposed to be his year.
He'll be starting next year.
Okay, so it took 3 years.
Right.
So basically,
and he got to stay 3 years anyway in that sport.
Yeah, so he basically could have went and played mid-major basketball for 2 years.
Transfer portal.
Ate the scene up and be playing Power 5 basketball as a junior.
And be going to Duke. Yeah. He could be a Duke right now.
Yeah. Man.
So, like I say, the trick is different, right, from football to basketball. And I see why you will have these, and it's a good segue into what the next conversation I want to have is you'll have these coaches. That's why they'll tell a kid, man, football easier. Because the ride might be smoother. But that don't mean it's easier, right? Because that's a hard sport.
Yeah.
Like everybody else say, oh, it's 85. But listen, he ain't taking but 4 or 5 or 6 cornerbacks.
Right.
He ain't taking 85 cornerbacks. So it ain't 85 scholarships at each position. It's only 85 total, right? So it's not like it's a lot of extra space to go around. But on basketball court, they tell you those numbers. So here's the part that gets it. Is a lean to a particular sport, does that come from the coach?
Early.
Yes.
So, because I've been in high schools.
Mm-hmm.
I've been in conversations in the bleachers where people are talking about players.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, the lean happens.
The lean happens
because you got to understand this. In high school, football is a numbers game.
Mm-hmm.
So if you walk a certain way in high school, the football coach is coming to grab you. Like he's not letting you move through the school without at some point having the conversation. Hey man, come out here to this field.
Right.
Even if you're a guy.
Right. Because
you know
it is, and you know why they do that? Because it is 22 positions. I can try you at all 22 of these.
But basketball coaches will look at a guy like, you know what? I'll use a football player for this,
right?
But I'm not trying to go get a bunch of football players.
Nope.
I don't even want them because we can't work on what we need to work on, trying to get ready for us to win state championships.
And that's the other part about it. A coach will look at a guy and be like, "Oh, you 6'4", you 6'6". You need to go play basketball, right? Oh, you 5'11". Well, you need to come on here on this football field, right?
Is it true though?
In today's reality, yes.
If you're 5'11",
show me a 5'11" point guard in the NBA that ain't been there over 10 years.
Man, you're hurting the little guys.
Bro, I done heard him on here before.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough for you to reach the highest level at that size.
But this is the reality. Let's not get it misconstrued. People act like because they tell you to come play football because you're that 5'11", that you're going to the NFL. You're not. See, that's the part about the football that I don't like. Like when people really start talking about the sale of it and trying to sway or swing an athlete to do it,
right?
They talk about it like football is a sure thing.
Like football is you gonna make it.
Yeah, if you play, you gonna make it.
You gonna make it.
That's not true.
That is not true at all. Because, like I say, it is just as neither one is easy.
Neither.
So it's just as hard. I hope this makes sense. It's just as hard to make it in either.
Yes.
You feel what I'm saying? Like it's going to take a great deal of sacrifice to make it in either one. And then here's the other part before you go. You got to be damn good.
Did you make it in football if you're stuck on the practice squad 2 years or you're playing in Europe 2 years? Is that equivalent?
Well, you're making way more money in Europe than you are on the practice squad in the NFL.
Okay, so really the more money is to be made in hoops.
Easy. It's way more money in basketball. Right? I mean, it ain't even close. Like Saquon Barkley is arguably the best football player in the NFL. He only makes $11 million a year.
Yeah.
His quarterback, Daniel Jones, is horrible. And he makes 40.
Right.
So yeah, it's way more. If you ain't playing quarterback, you ain't finna get that big check.
Yeah.
Wide receiver, you know what I'm saying? Now, if you turn out to be 6'6", 340, yeah, you probably gonna get you $20 million a year, right? But if you 5'11", 225 and run a 4.4 and they put you a running back, you ain't finna get that money. But if you 6'2" and a guard, you can go overseas and get $150,000.
$300,000.
$300,000.
Yeah.
$400,000. Easy. And I use the word easy loosely. Like, I don't mean easy like it's easy to
Not
do.
easy.
But I mean easy for you to be able to get that money.
Yeah.
It's a double entendre.
I got you.
So,
I got you.
I'm with you, right? A coach is part of the reason a kid leans, but the message that the coach is giving out to have that kid lean that way is irresponsible.
We talked about that in the previous podcast.
We did.
It's because
we touched on that in another way.
You said, is it the coach's responsibility to use the player to help him get where he needs to get,
right,
or to help them win games,
right?
And when you listen to some of the conversations that they're having, man, that's a selfish thing. I need this kid to come out here and help us be good now. I don't care if it helps him get to the next level or not. Ooh. And that's bad, but that's the truth.
That's reality.
Yes.
So everybody, like, because we got a bunch of comments from that. That was a couple episodes ago. We got a bunch of comments from that saying, it's a coach's job to do both. Well, if a coach make $46,000 a year, that's including his stipend, right? Like, is it his job to do both?
I think coaches put their programs in positions to showcase players to get to the next level.
Right.
But if any coach sits up here and says it's getting his players to the next level over him winning, he's telling you a lie.
He's not telling the truth.
Because you got to understand, especially at the highest level.
Yeah.
Because your livelihood depends on wins and losses.
Facts.
Not if a player goes and gets $100 million.
Facts.
It depends on wins and losses. So
Facts.
if I'm going to depend on wins and losses, I'm going to go get what I need to get to make sure the program looks good. And in the midst of us winning, you'll get your individual accolades.
But that's what we said on that podcast.
Yeah, that's what we said.
Is you win, you get your opportunities.
Right.
Right.
It's all about winning.
It's all about winning.
Come on, bro.
So these coaches out here who are telling a kid to go to one sport or the other,
selfish.
Selfish.
Yes.
It's super selfish.
Yes.
And listen, I'm sitting here on this platform telling you that at some point you need to choose. You need to, but I'm not saying it from a selfish aspect,
right?
Because I ain't getting nothing out of either one.
Right.
But I'm sitting here telling you, if you want to play basketball, and that's what our platform is surrounded around, is basketball. If you want to play basketball and you have an opportunity, you better make that decision early. I don't give a damn what you say.
Because as a basketball player that gets up and does it every single day, I am not going to allow a guy who splits his time playing football come in and get my minutes. That's not happening. I don't care. Listen, I don't care how good of an athlete he is.
I don't care how good you are.
You're going to chop my head off in the gym.
Man, you're going to chop my head off. If I'm a hooper and you think you've been on that football field half the year and you finna come out here and take anything that I got.
Bro.
It's not happening.
It's not.
So my thing is, it's guys out there like that you will be competing for these scholarships with, who are looking at it like, man, that boy, he a two-sport athlete. He play football. He damn sure ain't finna come out here and get mine.
Right.
That's the mentality of a real hooper.
Right.
That's the mentality of a real football player. You think somebody who plays 7-on-7 all year is all this, who is a cornerback, right? You think I'm finna let you, a hooper, come out here and take my position saying you a better lockdown than me?
Right.
And I've been working at this all year and you just came off an AAU trip?
Right.
No, it's not gonna happen.
It's not happening.
And if it does, that comes back to the couple episodes ago, the toughness aspect of it. I'm gonna slap you in your face before you take mine.
Right.
Right? I'm gonna have you want to quit because you don't want to play with me because I'm gonna make it hard for you.
Right.
Right? So it's a lot, man. But coaches have to stop doing that. And I'm sitting here doing that.
Parents do it.
Parents do it all the time.
Because they're getting information from outside sources.
Listen, I know we've referenced him several times, Cam Dooley. And I've talked to his dad several times, right? And they are hoopers, right? They are basketball people at heart. However, the football came first.
Do parents get nervous about if their child's going to have the opportunity to go to school for free?
What? Shake it in their boots.
It's a pressure on them.
Shake it in their boots. All because They're afraid of, ooh, man, his senior year. He got offense. Man, we're going to play football. That's where it's at. So now, even if the kid does want to do something different, he can't. Because now it's being drilled in him by his coach, by his parents, by his handlers, by his circle that, hey, man, they love you in this. But who's to say they won't love me in that in due time? Because that's where it comes from. I'm going to point to it again. And that's why y'all got to go watch us on the iBall Radio YouTube page and iBallRadio.com, because it comes from in here. It's right here, right? It comes from your passion. I don't care where you get the love from, right? This is a bad analogy, but I'm going to use it, right? I don't care. I'm going to use it anyway. Just because she's the prettier girl don't mean she the one for you, right? Just because she bad and you like, whoo, and she showing you love. She's showing you love and she bad, but it's one over here. She look really good too. And she's showing you just as much love, if not more. However, this the one that everybody say is it. That's the one they say, that's the one for you. But it may not be the one for you.
I mean, that's what they're saying.
That's what,
like you're saying, it comes from inside.
That's what who's saying?
That's what they're saying.
It's all about your passion.
It's about you.
It's about you, man.
Yeah.
What do you want?
But when you operate in that space, that means you're really willing to walk through what you got to walk through to make it happen. And see, that's what you're talking about from the inside. A lot of people don't want to have to deal with that part of it.
Oh, no.
It's easier to say, you know what, this is in front of me, let's go do this, versus saying, you know what, this is my passion. I might have to walk through some storms.
Right. I
might have to be down a minute before I get up.
Right.
And do you even trust your own journey from that aspect? Because if the coach is swaying you, he's swaying you. That's not really your thing that you want to do. That's somebody swaying you. And you know what? We as grown-ups are guilty of that at times.
Because, now we put our inhibitions and fears and all of these different adjectives, or if that's an adjective, I don't know, I ain't no doggone English teacher. Yeah. Whatever part of speech that is that we're using, whatever they're putting on you is a sway. But here's the other part of that, Chill. What did you do coming up as a parent? Were you a guy that was better at football than basketball? Is football your love? Is football your favorite sport? Is basketball your love? Is basketball?
Did you follow your passion? Or did you just go get a job and say, hey, I'm going to provide, versus saying, I'm going to follow my passion really help us get there?
Right.
Or really see the vision through? Or did you just say, I'm going to go get the job? And listen, you got the job and you living great and you living, but are you really operating in
that space?
Yeah.
But here's the other part, Chill. Like, it's not a lot of times, and it's more so the opposite way, always, in my opinion, because we can sit here and have a debate. We could get some football guys. I think basketball is a harder sport. Right? That's just my opinion, right? And I'm going to say it like this. You don't see a lot of guys with a bunch of crossover appeal. You don't see a bunch of football guys who kids turn out to be basketball players.
Okay.
But you see a lot of basketball guys whose sons turn out to be high-level football players.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like you really, it's really, and those parents didn't push their kids in a certain direction, right? They didn't say, oh, I was the dog on the basketball court. He going to be a dog on the basketball court. However, they were able to understand, or they were able to allow their child to naturally choose what it is that they were going to be, right? A lot of times we're pushing a kid because that's what we love, right? We're hoop guys. I'm pushing everybody towards basketball. It just is what it is, right? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell you to go hoop.
Right.
Right.
But I think you can see when they have that it factor in a sport.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you know what you're looking at. Yeah.
It takes that it.
You got to, and parents got to be honest. Everybody has to be honest. When a kid has that it factor in a sport.
Hey, the only problem I got with that, it's a lot of them out there who think they kid got the it factor and they ain't it.
I'm true.
So we putting a lot on parents, and we know they incompetent. Sorry.
Yeah, because they think their child is the best thing since sliced bread.
Since government cheese.
Yeah, so that's the bad part of it.
That's the bad part.
You know, if you can't objectively look at your child's ability and be honest.
I'm gonna give you another kid that I really think falls into this category and is struggling with this right now. Connor McPherson.
Okay.
Connor McPherson is another 6'5" big body guard that is a Division I talent on the basketball court, but the love from that end isn't coming with him into his senior year. However, he's getting the Division I love from football. He's another Cam Dooley, like
Jamal Mashburn.
That's who he reminds me of.
Yeah,
that's who Connor McPherson reminds me of.
Yeah, bro.
He reminds me of Jamal Mashburn.
Jamal Mashburn, but he is at a football powerhouse.
Yes, he is. He's at Carver, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
He's at Carver. Carver Wolverines. Listen, go into the NFL roster and go pull up high schools that these guys went to. Carver.
Yes, sir.
Like, they are loaded.
Yes, sir.
When it comes to NFL talent.
Yeah,
right.
Boy.
And even the ones that didn't make it to the NFL, they played high major Division I Power 5 football.
You got a lot of college football Carver guys out there now, man. So
they killing the game. Yeah. So I get it. He's at a football powerhouse, right? That puts guys on the next level. But he is a hooper. His dad is a hoop guy. But they're leaning to football.
Okay. Reggie Ragland, bro.
See, that's the opposite. We don't got many of those. It ain't a lot of Reggie Raglands out there.
But he was 6'4", 3.
Well,
how tall is he?
2.
6'2"?
6'2". I just saw Tupac. I'm taller than Tupac, bro.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I am.
Okay.
I just saw him at the state championships, and we talked for about 15 minutes.
Okay, so he was smaller.
Yeah, he was. I'm going to say 6'2".
Okay.
Right?
Yeah. Well, that makes sense.
But for his position, though.
Because he wasn't a guard.
He wasn't a guard.
Yeah, and he didn't have guard transition capabilities.
No, it wasn't going to transfer.
He was
Zion.
Yeah.
He was Zion before Zion, except Zion 6'7".
Yeah.
It's the only difference.
Yeah.
Right? It's Tupac 6'7". Okay. Tupac's playing for the Charlotte Hornets.
Oh, he already said God put a brick on my head.
Put a brick on my. That was one of the coldest quotes
because
of all
he
time.
wanted to play basketball.
And his dad was a basketball guy.
All the way.
You feel me?
But Pac got in the NFL check.
Pac got a ring.
Yeah, bro.
Pac got a ring, bro.
Yeah.
Pac got rings in college. Pac got rings in the NFL.
Yeah.
Boy played in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Can't be mad.
Yeah.
Can't be mad. But that's the thing about it, bro. Like it's examples like that throughout, right? Throughout. However, with a guy like Cam Dooley, a guy like Connor McPherson, they fall into that category of I can do it all the way through. But if I do it all the way through, you run the risk of the lean happening because of where the love is coming from. Because we say this all the time, man. Go where you love, not where you tolerate it. So if they tolerate you in basketball and they love you in football, go play football.
Go play football.
But if they love you in basketball and they tolerate you in football, go play basketball.
Right.
But how do you figure that part out?
It's tough.
And I can say if you don't choose early, you run the risk of the lean. But if you choose too early, you run the risk of missing out on a great opportunity. So it's a catch-22. That's why I said it's a line of demarcation right in the middle. And I think 10th grade is a safe place.
Okay.
Because, and the reason I say 10th grade, we grew up a little different from the rest of y'all probably, y'all. We didn't go to high school to 10th grade. I see junior high, we went to junior high. We didn't go to middle school. We went to junior high 7th, 8th, 9th grade. We went to elementary school K through 6. Then we went 7th through 9th. Then we went 10th through 12th. Nowadays, you go to high school in the 9th grade here, right? And if you're in the 9th grade, you get to go play football in high school. Even you might have to play JV, but, you know, our local high schools ain't got no JV team.
So you just play varsity.
You just play varsity and you just don't get on the floor. Right. You don't get on the field.
Well, unless you that deal.
Unless you that deal, right? It's not a lot of guys. So, but you get a year of high school football.
Right.
Right? You get a year of, is this really what I want to do?
Right.
Right? So it's a little easier to make that decision. So you can go play your 9th grade year and 10th grade, be like, nah, I'm finna focus on this gym. That's where it's going to be at for me. right? Or I'm finna go focus on this football field, right? But my thing is, I don't think a football player has to quit playing basketball ever.
Me either.
I think you could play all the way through high school. Don't
Yeah, me too.
We're talking to our hoopers who are two-sport athletes with the other sport being football. Now, it's two-sport athletes with the other sport being baseball. Those sports don't cross, right? They don't cross. Like, that's a basketball ends in March and baseball don't
getting ready to start.
Right.
So you're really saying basketball is a fall sport, baseball is a spring sport.
Right. Well, basketball is a winter sport. You know,
Yeah.
Football's in the fall, basketball's in the winter. You got baseball in the spring.
Yeah.
But you got basketball players. There ain't many of those. You don't see a lot of that. Right?
What's that?
Basketball and baseball players. You see a lot of football and baseball players. You don't see a lot of basketball and baseball players because during the dog days of summer, you're out there on the AAU circuit. You ain't out there on the baseball diamond. And baseball is one of those games that takes a lot of skill-specific work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if you're going to play baseball, man, you can play football, but that's about it.
Yeah.
That's about it because they don't cross at all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying to my basketball players who hoop, my hoopers who play football. Y'all know what I meant. Yeah. To y'all, you have a decision to make. And it's unfair to us, man. I get it. But life ain't fair, y'all. And this is an unfair situation for us hoopers, but we in the middle of it. You have to make that decision. I'm sorry. You do, because you're not Deion Sanders.
Especially in today's society, because it's tough for the guys who have decided this is what I'm going to do. You feel what I'm saying? It's tough. And listen, it's tough for guys that are talented.
Yes.
That have decided this is what I'm going to do.
Come on, man. Talk, Brian.
That's why we say you're going to have to make a decision because
Preach.
It's just tough, bro.
It's tough, man.
Yeah.
Like, it's for the guys who have made the decision and this is what I want to do. And I'm going to tell you
and are talented.
I'm giving examples. I'm giving examples. I'm going to tell you a kid that looks like a football player but has chosen basketball and is a talent in the basketball. And his opportunities are limited, but they will come. They're coming, and he's going into his senior year.
Who's that?
Justin McCauley Grissom.
Okay.
He looked like a football player. 6'2". He looked like Tupac, right? He got big body. You could look at him and tell, he can easily carry 235, 240, right? At his size, you can go put him at 235, 240 and put him in linebacker. Okay. And he going to run sideline to sideline and be a head buster.
Okay.
R.J. Johnson looked the same way.
Okay.
Right? But these are guys who are basketball players. R.J. Johnson made it. Right? He finna play his freshman year at Kennesaw State, and I'm going to sit here and tell you, I think he going to start at Kennesaw State this year.
Okay.
Right? From all accounts, y'all know, I think he going to start at Kennesaw State this year. If not, he going to get mad burned.
I can't imagine you bringing him on campus and sitting him down.
Not him. That's like putting J.D. Davidson on the bench.
Not in that league.
Not in that. Come on, bro.
Yeah, not in that league.
Son, they ain't even moved yet.
Right.
Man, he going to eat that league up, right? But he's a guy that everybody say, oh, man, he should be playing football. And if he would have went and played football, Alabama was calling. So he went and got confused. You feel what I'm saying? So he is a guy, Justin McCall, who looks the same way.
But it still would have been the years of development to go where you say you want to go. You still would have had to do 3 years of football, and that's if you really come in and eat it up. And if not, you're going to do 4 years. Mm-hmm. So in basketball, it's the same thing. You're going to go play as a freshman, maybe.
Right.
Possibly. We think you are, but it still may be 2 to 3 years before you're actually saying
for
he's
you that guy.
Pro.
Yeah, for you that guy.
So it's the same trick.
Yeah. It's just those guys made a decision early, and it's going to work. It worked for RJ, and it's going to work for Justin.
Gotcha.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but those were guys who said, and Justin played football early. And he was just like, nah, I ain't playing no more football, bro. Right? I'm straight. I'm a hooper, and that's my passion, and that's what I'm going for. And now he's getting to the point where he's going to go play college basketball for free somewhere.
Okay.
He's going to get a free education.
That's what it's all about, right?
And that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Right? So it's tough to say, but from our hoopers, man, it's example after example after example that I can give you of guys where it worked. And it's also example after example after example that I can give you of guys that it worked on the other end. And then it's even more examples that I can give you to where a guy fell in the middle and the lean happened.
Yeah.
And the lean happened. And the lean has taken some of our better basketball players and turned them into football players.
Mm-hmm.
It happens each and every single day.
Mm-hmm.
But man, listen, chill. I think that was a great conversation, bro.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to end it right there.
Oh, yeah.
But listen, we need the interaction because I know y'all got something to say about this.
Yeah, of course.
I know y'all got something to say about this, man. So make sure you hit us up, man. Go to the iBall Radio YouTube page once we drop this on YouTube. Leave a comment on YouTube, man. Leave it on YouTube. Go to the iBall Radio, iBall Podcast, wherever you get your podcast, streaming site. Leave a comment on there. Go to Instagram when we post it. Leave a comment. Facebook, wherever it is, bro. Let's interact on this conversation, man, because, listen, it can help somebody. It can help somebody not hurt themselves. And that's what this platform is all about. We're here to help you not hurt yourself.
Yeah.
Point blank, period, man.
Because there's a lot of information that you're going to receive out here.
And
from people who haven't done it. You heard that. I'm not just talking about the information you're going to receive. It's a lot of information you're going to receive out here from people who have not done it.
And with that being said, man, we're going to get up out of here for tonight, man.
Right.
So, chill with, man. Tell these folks where they can find you on social media.
Hey, man, you can find me on X on Coach B334. You can find me on Facebook at Brian Williams Sr. And you can find me on IG at ChillWill334. Also, my business page, iBall Properties, and Brian Williams _SR.
And, man, y'all already know, man, across all platforms, man, at iBall Radio. That's at iBall Radio across all platforms. You can also catch me across all platforms at _Real Talk Tees and at iBall_TDB. And make sure you go check out the business page on Instagram that's across all platforms also. Now we got a Facebook, we got an X, and we got an Instagram now of Guard Your Man, man. So make sure you go check out Guard Your Man across all platforms. And go to our website.
Coming up for Guard Your Man, too.
Oh, huge news.
Big news coming.
Hey, listen, 7 days from today is a big day for Guard Your Man.
No doubt.
So we're going to come on here afterwards and hit the airwaves and give y'all that big news.
Yes, sir.
Man.
Big
we're gonna
news.
give y'all that big news, man. But make sure you go to our websites, man. iBallRadio.com. We dropped the player spotlight today. Quincy Provins. I always say his last name wrong. 2027, Dothan High School. Got his first taste of high school camp action at the iBall TDB camp this past August.
Shot it really well.
Ran the floor like a deer. He didn't look out of place.
Right.
Didn't look out of place, man. So shout out to him. Player Spotlight is up right now, iBallRadio.com. Make sure you go check that out, iBallRadio.com, and go to our business website, guardyourman.org. Go check us out, man. We everywhere. And please, please, please go subscribe to the iBall Radio YouTube page. Just don't go watch. Go hit subscribe.
Hit that subscribe button.
Hitting the subscribe button. And listen, Chill Will, we had 2,800 views in the last 28 days on the YouTube page.
We get some motion, baby.
We get a little bit of motion,
Yeah.
baby. But make sure you go hit the like button. A lot of y'all ain't hitting the like button. You're watching
hit
it,
that.
but you hit the like button, man. Hit
Like
the like
and
button.
subscribe.
Like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can get updated every time we post something on the iBall Radio YouTube page. But with that being said, man, let's get up out of here. Chill. Holla these folks.
Last name Will, first name Chill. Move with a purpose.
Move with a purpose, man. And y'all already know they call me Coach because I teach you how to ball. Until next week, we out. Peace.
Peace.
You've just experienced the iBall Podcast, the flagship program of iBall Radio and iBallRadio.com.